Hiya Dishies, my name is Dot and this is my channel, Dot Likes Red. I like to go thrifting and bargain hunting for vintage kitchenware, dinnerware, and any kitschy old items related to domesticity. I keep some for my own collection and others I offer for sale on my two Etsy shops, Dot Likes Red and Cupadilly, as well as a few things on eBay. The links to my shops are always in the description box below. So if you're like me and you rather enjoy the comforts of home, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for taking a look. Today, let's keep up an old tradition or maybe begin a new tradition and make hot cross buns for Easter. Can you just smell them? Hiya Dishies, welcome to my kitchen. Come with me and I'll tell you what you need to make your hot cross buns. You'll need 4 to 4.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 package of active dry yeast, hard to find right now in supermarkets. There are methods online, easy to follow, easy to do, I've done it, where you can make your own yeast and how to substitute the portions for those. 3/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and a dash of cloves, 3/4 cup of milk, 1/2 a cup of butter, which is the same as 1 stick, 1/3 cup of sugar, 3 eggs, and 2/3 cup or so of raisins or currants. I used dried cranberries, 3 eggs, and you can also add 1/4 cup of orange peel or candied orange peel. I did not do that. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is combine your flour, your yeast, your cinnamon, your nutmeg, and your cloves, and just kind of stir them up in your bowl there. Then you're going to go over to the stove, and in a pan, you're going to heat your milk, your butter, your sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt until it's warm, until the butter almost melts. You'll see that I completely melted my butter, which is not a problem. You don't want this hot when you add it to the flour. You want it cool enough that you can touch it with your finger, but just so that it's a little bit warm to activate the yeast. Okay, now you're going to want to add your milk mixture to your dry mixture and add the eggs in also. And beat slowly in case your milk is a little warm. You don't want to end up with scrambled eggs. So beat that on a low to medium speed for about 30 seconds and scrape the sides if you need to. And then you're going to beat it on high for about a good 3 minutes, depending on your mixer. And it should have kind of a stretchy, doughy consistency. You should be able to kind of smell the yeast being activated in there. And scrape all that sticky stuff off there. And then you're going to add your currants or raisins, whatever you like. The consistency seemed pretty good to me and was smelling nice. It's just got a little bit of a sweet smell also from the little bit of sugar that's in there. Hey Rob, have a currant or a cranberry. It's a little bit of an effort to mix them in, but stay with it and fold them in. You can see the technique that I use here. And these cranberries they're rather large. My neighbor last summer dried these herself. and they're very handy and delicious. Handy to use in your baking or snack. Just lightly grease a large bowl and have a little bit of extra flour. You're going to turn your dough out onto a cutting board and just kind of roll it around. You can add more flour if you need to. Mine has plenty of flour. I probably could have done without even putting any flour on my hands. And then you're going to form it into a little bit of a ball. You don't need to knead it like you saw me do. And throw it into a bowl. And I had my oven on at a low temperature and I turned it off. And cover up your bowl with a dish towel and place it in a nice warm place. So the oven was not on and it was not hot. And let it rise for 90 minutes. It should be about double in size. Mine wasn't quite, and I don't know if maybe my yeast was a little bit old. Then you punch it down a couple times. That is a very fun and satisfying part. Lay it on a little bit of a floured cutting board and let it rest another 10 to 20 minutes. It should raise a little bit more. Mine didn't too much. And then you want to cut it. I think this recipe calls for about 20 pieces, but really 15 pieces or so gives you a nice big roll. I really did it rather unevenly. I was trying to focus on creating a video for everyone and not focusing on what I was doing. You're going to score each roll across the top with a little X and then let it rest another hour. And then you're going to brush it with a mixture of just egg white and water and put it in a 375-degree oven for about 12 minutes. I did overcook mine. I was doing something else and they were in there for probably 16 minutes. Then you're going to make an icing out of powdered sugar, milk, and vanilla. Just sift a cup of powdered sugar with about a tablespoon of milk and a 1/4 tablespoon of vanilla. If I did it again, I wouldn't add the vanilla because I like a white frosting. It's a very thin frosting anyway, so I just left it. The vanilla does add a little more flavoring, but you don't really need it. It turns it brown. I looked for I had some white food coloring at one time, and I guess I used it all. And then you just whisk it up. You do not need to use your mixer. This was actually a very unnecessary step. You can just do it with a little hand whisk in a bowl. So I didn't show this part, but let your buns cool until they're completely cool. And then I just took a spoon and drizzled across in the scored area of the bun across the top. And then you have your hot cross buns. What? The bridge to Terabithia. I don't know.
The beach.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Whatever you say. Okay, taste your hot crust bun. Show us your coffee mug first. This is a Westwood coffee mug. All right. How is it?
Do you bite into it or do you take a piece?
You've never had a hot cross bun? However you would have any kind of bun. It smells good.
It does smell good. It's good. It's not overcooked.
It's not too dry in there? Let me
That's
taste
good.
it.
I think it would be too dry without the cranberries, but it's good.
It's a little dry. It's good. Yum. Thanks for helping me. Well, thanks for coming to my kitchen and baking with me. Ta!